Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Jill with Jill Norwood Designs, and it is Tuesday morning, and I want to apologize for not having a video up this past weekend. I've just had a lot happening. I actually did try to film a video and it was too dark. We've had a lot of storms here and you just couldn't see everything good. So I'm regrouping and filming this morning. It's Tuesday morning and I've got some wonderful things to share with you from Iralamija shop. I have several cards and a tag, and I want to mention at the beginning, so I don't forget to mention it, that you can get 15% off at Iralamija shop with my code Jill15, and especially off of her new kits. She has lots of new items in the store, but the 15% off also counts for any supplies that she has listed, and she does sell a lot of used supplies through her shop. She does a lot of design work like me, and she does sell them through her Etsy shop. And she also has kits and things that she's made that she's selling. And you can get 15% off all of those particular items using this code. And I'll put the information in the drop-down menu below. I'm also coming on for the two Crafters One Design Anything Green. A couple of my projects do have a touch of green in them. And then next week is envelopes. So just be aware, those are their two themes. This week was anything green, and then next week is envelope. And I also wanted to mention that Saturday Morning Makes is always anything goes, which means if you don't have these particular items, you can also just post whatever you're creating. And then my creative time, my code Jill, Jill, all caps, allows you to save 10% every day. And I have additional affiliate marketing codes for Peachy Keen Stamps and Not Too Shabby Shop and other companies. And I'll try and put all of those down below for those of you that might be interested. But I just wanted to mention them because sometimes I forget to say the codes during the video and stuff. So let's dive in. I am going to be sharing several new kits from Iralamija shop on Etsy. This is her information here. It's Iralamija shop, and you can go to etsy.com/shop and then enter Iralamija shop. And you can also just type in Iralamija shop and it should get you there in any search window. So this is the Sweet Spring Journal Kit, and it is a beautiful kit. Oh my goodness, I had so much fun working with this. And I'm just going to take you through a quick flip of some of the pages. I've already dug into them, so they're not all complete. But I thought you would enjoy seeing all the pretty images. I love the little bird nest view here. I love the daffodils that are featured throughout. So many little things that you can cut and just use as a tag for a quick Mother's Day gift. I love these tags that fold up and would be so cute in a journal. So these are made for journaling, but again, you can do so many things with them. You can make invitations, you can make cards, which is what I did today. And I just love all the different pieces. She has a tag sheet that has 6 tags on it. I went ahead and cut one of those already. So that is the Sweet Spring, is the name of it, the Sweet Spring Kit. And I just think it's so, so beautiful. So I'm going to show you a project that I created with that kit. And then the other kit is the Winnie the Pooh Junk Journal Kit. And this one, of course, features Winnie the Pooh, which the copyright ended for that. So it's now open for people to use. And so Iralamija Betty, who is the owner, created this adorable kit. I'm in love with this little piglet image. It's just so sweet. Piglet's holding some flowers. It features Eeyore and Pooh and Tigger. And you've got envelopes and tags and cut-aparts of all kinds in this kit. And little pockets that you can add to your journals. All these sweet, sweet tags. Just so, so cute. I love these. Oh my goodness, I love this little one here with the little butterfly. Or I think it's a bumblebee, actually. So just so many sweet images. And I love how it features Winnie the Pooh in different positions. He's eating some honey here. He's standing up here. So lots of different things that you can cut out and use. I love this piglet image where there's text in the background. and I think it's a white cake baking text. So that would be fun for a birthday. And then you have this sheet. She always does a sheet in her kits with 6 tags. I love having these printed out and ready at my desk. Anytime you need a quick birthday tag or any sort of tag to add to a gift or some happy mail, these are nice to have available. Here's another one with just different features of Winnie the Pooh, Tigger, and Eeyore. So more cut aparts and things that you can use in different ways. And I used one of the little pockets here. I cut it out and used it on a card. But there's even some little tabs and envelopes and pockets and just all sorts of cut aparts. And then this is a neat little fold out that you can do. Or you could even turn this into an envelope if you add some edges onto it. But it's made, I think, as a fold out for your junk journal, or even a fold up. So that is just wonderful. And then the kit also has these beautiful pages of paper. And this is just what I have left of the Piglet one, because I did use it already. And I just printed the papers to an 8.5 by 11 sheet. So you have kind of Winnie the Pooh in more of an outline figure, as well as colored in his standard honey color there. And then you have both Eeyore and Tigger featured on these papers. And there's little bumblebees and butterflies. And so those are all the papers that go with the kit. That's the, again, the Winnie the Pooh kit, the Winnie the Pooh junk journal kit. And again, you can see these all on Betty's shop over on Etsy. And then this is another new thing that she sent me. These are beautiful floral papers. And this is a new floral paper kit. And it has so many beautiful, beautiful papers in it. And I just had so much fun playing with this. I used the blue paper almost completely up on a card. And then I also use this more earthy tone peach colored paper. But it's a kit full of papers. You can see it in its entirety over on her Etsy shop. Okay, so I just printed these out 2 to a page. And again, I used some of them already in my kits. And this is one of the Sweet Spring papers. I'm sorry, I had that out of order. But I love this little envelope, and I think this would be so cute with just a piece of the ephemera tucked inside the envelope. You could add one of the sweet bows. So that goes again with the Sweet Spring kit. I don't know how I got that out of order, but I did. So let me set these aside now that you've seen them. And again, you can use that discount code to get 15% off. It's Jill15, all caps, at Betty's shop. So let me dive into my projects. I'll pull them out here so you can see them, and then I'll show you the products that I used to create the cards. So we'll go like that, and you can see them really quick. And then I'm going to show you what I used to create the different things. So this is a vintage Webster's dictionary. I believe it was part of the Carlson family, which is my mother's family. And I have been using this to cut out sheets of it with the words that I need for my projects. And so like on this card, I'll give you an example. And this book is from the 1940s. So it is brittle, and I do glue the book paper down onto a backer to keep it stable because it is brittle paper. But you can see I found the word pig right here, and I used that on this little piglet card. So I thought that was kind of fun for the person who receives this. I think they'll notice that it has the word pig there. And so I just think it's a fun thing to use, and you can use it in strips in the background of your card. And I use some distressed tea dye ink just to edge everything. The other thing that I used, in addition to Betty's papers from Iralamija shop, I used this paper pad. It's called Hot Chocolate Season 2024 from My Creative Time. This is one of my very favorite paper pads. I love this diagonal gingham, and I used both the blue and the pink on my cards. So that is from My Creative Time. You can use my code Jill for 10% off. I also used a Little Something Just For You sentiment from the Teeny Tag Holiday Stamp Set from My Creative Time. It's MCT 130. I used Emma's beautiful Prim Heart Background 2025 embossing folder. This is the embossing folder with the beautiful Prim Hearts in it. And you can see where I use that on the background of this little die cut here. And the dies that I used, I'm going to pull these up. I used this little tiny hello die. This is in Emma's script everyday word dies, which is MCT D464. And if you enter that, it'll bring this die set up. And this is that little hello die right here. And these are just everyday sentiments, which I just love. So that makes the perfect little sentiment that you can just add to a little banner. So that's what I use to create that. And then this is Emma's Etched Edge Frame Dies. This is one of my favorite die sets. This is MCT D271. And this creates just an etched edging to the panels when you cut them out. And you can see what that looks like here. I used it on the inside of this card. And so that is one of the die sets that I used. And then I used her 3.75 by 4.75 card dies. And I don't have the die set number for this, but she'll have this in her card dies section. And this is a wonderful set. It has so many different dies. There's also an add-on set, and I used one of those. I used this little die on the back of one of my cards. But this is just a beautiful die set with lots of different frames. And I did get this little frame, this particular little frame that I used. I used this one here to create the pink. And this is the coffee bag die set MCT D562. And that 3.75 by 4.75 card die is this piece right here with the little dots in it. So this blue floral piece. So that's that blue floral paper from the kit from Iralamija shop. And then I also used her pretty scallop heart dies. I love these. They're so beautiful. And you can see them featured in the background of this card. So let's go through the cards. Those are all the supplies other than buttons and ribbon and stuff. And I did use this beautiful paper from Betty's kit. This is from the paper kit. And I don't know if you can see it, but it does have these little diamonds in the background with the flowers. So really pretty. And then that beautiful scalloped heart from My Creative Time sets off the background with the book paper added and the word pig. And I just created this little banner or ticket piece, if you will, with the little piglet image where Piglet's holding the flowers. I added a beautiful abalone shell button that I've had for years. And those I got on clearance from Spellbinders, and they were a product of a company that they absorbed. And Fun Stamper's Journey. And then this is a little piece of just some pink gingham ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and then a piece of paper from one of, this is a scrap from one of Emma's paper pads, and this is gingham that has these little flowers in it. And so I used a piece of that to set off the little hello. So I love how this card turned out. Inside you can see that 3.75 by 4.75 die set with the little scallops and the dots and a little piece of the paper. And then this one, I need to erase the back, you guys, but oh, there's my eraser. So anytime you have glue residue, you can just take a sand eraser or even a gummy eraser that erases glue, and you can use that to get all the marks off your cards. So I'll do this off camera, but I do need to do some cleanup on the back of this card. Because I did get some glue residue. So that's my little Piglet card. And then this card is a little note card that features Piglet and Tigger chasing a bumblebee. And I cut this image out of the kit, and I did rough up the edges and add some tea dye distress ink. This is the beautiful blue floral paper from the new floral paper kit. And I did make a little round up here with the paper, and I added a button. And I wasn't at home when I did this, so I threaded my buttons with very thin pieces of paper. So I just cut little tiny thin pieces of cardstock to thread through all of my buttons. So they're not threaded with twine, they're threaded with paper. And what's nice about that is when you go to glue them down, the paper grabs the glue really well against either whatever you're gluing it to. So I do like doing paper in my buttons. It is a wonderful way to do it, especially if you don't have any twine handy. So that's how I added the button on this. And you'll notice in all of my two of my cards, I'm using little strips of pattern paper down the sides of my card just to add additional interest. And I love how that turned out. You can use book paper, the floral papers, any scraps that you have that blend with the card that you're making. So just taking little strips of paper and adding them next to your focal panel for detail. So that's what I did with that one. I think I showed you the inside and back of this. I haven't inked this. I forgot to ink this panel, so I'm just going to add a little bit of ink after I get off camera. And then I will add some sort of detail to the back of the card too. And the same with this one. I'll finish this one up and add maybe a little Lily of the Valley tag or something to the back. And then, well, let's do the third card first. So this is the other card. Now this one uses the Sweet Spring journal kit. And I love how this card turned out. I did hand cut out one of the butterflies. I just glued the middle so its wings can move. I used this little Spring 1898 tag that was in there, as well as this bigger tag, and these are right next to each other in the kit, and I just popped the Spring 1898 up on top of the other one. This panel was in the kit. I cut it out, I roughed up the edges, I added tea dye ink, and you can see the sweet little bird looking down at her little eggs, and there's little daffodils in this, and it's just so pretty. And there's my little green for Two Crafters One Designs hashtag, or theme rather this week, which was to use green. I hope you all had a nice St. Patrick's Day. I had planned to do some St. Patrick's Day projects, but I ended up at the doctor with my mom instead, and that was, I had to take priority. I know you guys understand. So I hope to, I'm not sure if I'll even get to the St. Patrick's Day items, but there's my sweet friend Elise of Lisi46. She's on YouTube, but mainly over on Instagram. Elise shares beautiful projects, Create with Elise, and she is a new designer who is part of Diana Markham's Etsy design team. And so she did share some wonderful projects featuring Diana Markham's new digitals. So you might want to go check her out over on Instagram. I haven't looked to see if she did a video too, but she also has a YouTube channel. So I will try and link her information down below. But you should be able to find her over on Instagram for sure. So anyway, I hope you had a lovely St. Patrick's Day. This is my little bit of green for the theme for Two Crafters One Design. And I just love how this card turned out. The little blue floral paper from the floral kit, the book paper from my dictionary, this beautiful paper from My Creative Time, and then the beautiful details of that kit from Iralamija shop. Just created such a sweet little card. And I took the kit name Sweet Spring and I added that to the back of the card on this one. So just such sweet little cards. So these are the 3 cards that I made, 1 in pink and 2 that have kind of a blue background. So, and this blue polka dot paper is also a My Creative Time paper. So those are the 3 cards. And then I also did one tag, and this features some beautiful seam binding I got from Red Lead Paperworks. And I love how this turned out at the top of this sweetheart. These, again, are that beautiful die set from My Creative Time that's called the Pretty Scallop Heart Dies. And what's neat is they have a stitching heart to match each one of the scallop hearts. So you can create layers of the 2 on your card. You can also create frames. And I wanted to show you this. I did kind of leave this loose so you can see that this is a frame. But you can create frames with it also if you want, just by die cutting the stitch die out of the center of the other piece when you die cut it. And then this is that beautiful piglet paper from Iralamija shop, as well as just a little piece of the floral paper that I put around to create a holder for my ribbon. So isn't that sweet? I love how this turned out. And then this little, a little something just for you is a sweet little sentiment from that My Creative Time stamp set that I showed you. So I love how that turns out. And the name of that stamp set, again, if I can grab it, here it is. The stamp set, here's the stamp right here, and it's called Teeny Tag Holidays from My Creative Time. So I just stamped that onto a little piece of that diagonal pink gingham paper just to finish off this sweet little tag. So that is everything that I have to share with you today. Again, it is Tuesday. I had hoped to have this up for Saturday Morning Makes, but I've had a lot going on, as you guys know, and I'm just going to come on and share whenever I can get to it. I hope you guys appreciate that, and hopefully things will settle down again, and I'll be posting on Saturday mornings. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these sweet projects. I want to thank Betty from Iralamija shop for giving the discount code Jill15 for all of my subscribers. If you're interested in any of the kits that I shared today, and again, she does have supplies in her store, as well as items that she's created. She's a fabulous creator and makes so many beautiful things. I love her digitals, and they're just so much fun to you just save them to your computer and then hit print, and they print out on sheets of 8.5 by 11. I usually print them on either 65-pound or 80-pound cardstock. You can also use the paper recommended by your printer. It's usually a nice weight, and those will print out very well. And it's very easy to do. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful week, and I hope to be back with you this weekend to share more for Saturday Morning Makes. Again, I'm so sorry this video is late, and I want to send my love out to everybody that has parents that are ailing, everybody that's sick with the flu and different things that are going around. I pray that you can all be well soon, and that we can always choose joy and count our blessings among all the difficult things that life throws at us. And let's just all pray for all of our leaders around the world, and especially our legal system, our justices, everybody that is helping to make our world run. There are many things that I know for all of us, for the many, many families that depend on Social Security. There's so much scuttlebutt going around, and I know that these are stressful times. So let's pray for all of our leaders. And I just wish you guys all the best, and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Bye now.